The search continues for at least 166 people still missing in central Texas more than a week after that area's deadliest flooding in more than a century. At least 129 are confirmed dead across 6 counties. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump visited hard-hit Kerr County on Friday, meeting with first responders and touring the flood-ravaged area. The president's visit to Texas comes amid growing questions over the future of FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which he previously pledged to wind down, as well as his administration's response to the flooding.
It's easy to sit back and say, oh, what could have happened here or there, Maybe we could have done something differently. This was a thing that has never happened before, and nobody's ever seen anything. I've never seen anything like this.
The New York Times reports 2 days after catastrophic floods roared through central Texas, the Federal Emergency Management Agency did not answer nearly 2/3 of calls to its disaster assistance line, according to documents reviewed by the Times. The lack of responsiveness happened because the agency had fired hundreds of contractors at call centers, according to a person briefed on the matter. Meanwhile, NBC News reports that Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, who oversees FEMA, has tightened her grip. Noem now requires that all agency spending costing more than $100,000 be personally approved by her. And CNN was first to report that Noem did not authorize FEMA's deployment of urban search and rescue teams until Monday, more than 72 hours after the flooding began. And then there are the growing questions for local officials in Texas. FEMA records obtained by NBC's Dallas station showed Kerr County officials did not use FEMA's integrated public alert and warning system to send warnings to all mobile phones in the area as the flooding began on July 4th. There's a lot to unpack here, and joining us now, Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez and Deanne Criswell, who served as FEMA administrator in the Biden administration. Thank you both very much for being here. Senator, I would just love to get your reaction to President Trump dismissing questions over response to the flooding and attacking a reporter for raising questions posed by residents.
It's just shameful, quite frankly. I mean, you have a president here who fired 600 National Weather Service employees. 4 of those employees were directly responsible in this region, and they were doged weeks and months before. All of the alerts from the National Weather Service came late. And, different articles have showed, yes, they made alerts along the way. The most serious alerts were already far too late. The response post-flood has been woefully pathetic from FEMA. And it has been pathetic not because of the hardworking employees, but because this administration continually treats the agencies that publicly serve the people of this country like some sort of reality show, rather than understanding that this is the management of the resources of government. When you eliminate those resources of government, you're going to have reckless outcomes. And that is what's happened here. When you couple it with the state lack of resources, the fact is the state has a lot of resources, but Republicans have refused to do anything by way of emergency management or emergency alert systems. We had a Republican put up a bill this session that was killed by the lieutenant governor. The leaders of the state simply don't want to spend on rural Texas.
Dan, you were our last FEMA administrator. It seems that the DHS secretary has a rule that every contract and grant over $100,000 has to be personally approved by her. You obviously worked with the DHS secretary quite a bit. I'm curious if that's like too much. How much of those things are happening? Does this feel sustainable?
One of the key things that FEMA needs to be successful is agility. They have to be able to anticipate what the potential needs are going to be at a state. They need to be able to move resources quickly, even sometimes before a presidential declaration or before the state asks. You do need the declaration to employ them, right, to put them to work. But the agility, that speed is so important. And when you have added layers of approval, it slows that process down and it takes away the one key principle, that agility, that really can make a difference in helping these communities.
State Senator Gutierrez, I want to go back to the funding for the flood early warning systems. It wasn't that local officials and state officials hadn't tried to have some kind of flood early warning system. You know, there was great reporting in the Houston Chronicle just talking about how many different years since 2016, different studies, and they had pushed forward to the legislature trying to get some of the federal funding. But, you know, these requests were always rejected. You had mentioned that it was a lack of concern for rural Texas. Do you think that now, with the Texas legislature going into special session, this will be remedied and there will be a proper flood warning system put in this area of Texas?
Well, now the lieutenant governor has said that we're going to have a proper flood warning system. We should have had that years and years ago. The Texas legislature actually, through the Texas Department of Emergency Management, said that this county did not qualify for those particular grants through FEMA. Listen, we're not talking about 2025 technology. We're talking about 1920s technology. We're talking about these sirens are nothing but bullhorns, a little bit more advanced. I understand that, but we've been doing this for a long time across the United States. The water gauges, this community's asked for them for some time, and they haven't done them. Rural Texas simply doesn't have the kind of resources that they need to do this, but the state of Texas does. We sit on a $20 billion surplus that Republicans that hold the purse strings of this state have refused to allocate to rural Texans. I saw it through the tragedies of Uvalde. I saw radio systems that didn't work, towers that didn't work, technologies that were outdated. We need to do better. Certainly, this session is about that, this special session. But here's the problem. This governor has added redistricting to this mess just so that he can stack the deck for Donald Trump. And so it's going to be very difficult for us to do anything positive in light of that.
And we're going to get to that specific thing later on in this show and certainly tomorrow. But Deanne, one quick question for you. The AP is reporting this morning, it just came out, FEMA removed dozens of Camp Mystic buildings from 100-year flood map before expansion, records show. And I'm going to read this here. FEMA included the prestigious girls' summer camp in a special flood hazard area. That designation means an area is likely to be inundated during a 100-year flood, one severe enough that it only has a 1% chance of happening in any given year. Just your reaction to that, and given what we know now, was it a mistake to remove those buildings from that map?
You know, the flood maps are regulatory maps, and they don't predict future events. They really are a snapshot in time. And so I can't speak specifically as to what happened and why those buildings were removed. But it is about working with the community. FEMA doesn't do these maps on their own. They have to be part of the community. The community has to ask us to come in and look at them and update them. I think this is definitely something that will need to be looked at. And how do we improve the type of mapping that's out there so communities can understand what their future risk is going to be, not just this snapshot in time?
Senator, really quickly in the time that we have left, how is the community doing? How are people in Texas? I lived in Texas twice, in Fort Bliss and Fort Hood as a kid. I understand how close people are, even though they're spread out, and what they mean to each other. How is the state doing?
Well, it's difficult. I represent the counties just south of Kerr County, all the way to West Texas, including Uvalde. People are coming together and they're doing everything they can, but a lot of people are lacking still resources. I got a call from a funeral director who a family of 5 people that were lost is trying to find resources to pay for these funerals. And so far, nobody has stepped into that space. And so you've seen all of the calls to FEMA. You've seen all of the calls that have gone unanswered. It's really devastating. We're trying to help as best we can.
And good luck to all of you. Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez and former FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell, thank you both so much for coming on this morning.